If there's one mistake I see anglers make over and over again in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, it's fishing too fast. Most anglers arrive at a lake or river with one goal in mind: cover as much water as possible and find active fish. While that approach can work in some parts of the country, the UP is different. UP waters are generally colder, clearer, and far less fertile than many southern fisheries. Largemouth and pike often don't need to move far to find food, and they can get an excellent look at your lure before deciding whether to strike. That's why speed can become your enemy. Many anglers make a few casts, don't get bit, and immediately move on. The problem is that they may have just cast over fish that were willing to bite, but needed a little more convincing. A largemouth sitting behind a boulder in a UP river may watch your lure go by. If it's moving too quickly, the fish may never commit. Likewise, a pike buried in cabbage weeds may only move a few feet to attack prey. Burn a lure past it too quickly, and you've missed the strike zone before the fish even reacts. When you find quality structure, slow down and pick it apart. Look for fallen timber weed edges, rock piles, beaver dams, current seams, points, lily pad fields. Deep outside, bends and rivers. Instead of making one cast and leaving, try approaching the structure from multiple angles. A fish that ignores a lure coming from one direction may crush the exact same lure coming from another. One of the biggest lessons I've learned fishing the Upper Peninsula is that fish often dictate the pace. Some days they'll smash a spinnerbait burned across the surface. Other days they want a soft plastic crawled painfully slowly across the bottom. Pay attention to their mood. If the bite slows, don't immediately switch locations. First try slowing your retrieve, pausing longer, and working the cover more thoroughly. Many of the waters I fish are remote lakes and rivers that receive very little pressure. These fish are often willing to bite, but they still won't chase a lure halfway across the lake. The anglers who consistently catch the biggest fish are usually not the ones making the most casts. They're the ones making the right casts and taking their time. If you're struggling to catch trophies in the Upper Peninsula, don't automatically assume you're using the wrong lure. Instead, ask yourself one question: am I fishing too fast? Slow down, work the structure. Let the fish make the decision. You may be surprised how many were there all along. Sometimes the difference between crashing out and having a memorable day on the water is nothing more than patience.